Hello friends, welcome back to Timeleaf web series, and in this quick video we'll see how to pass data from application to the Timeleaf UI. And I believe it's one of the very important concepts, so I think you guys must watch this video till end so you guys understand that how do we pass data from our application from Java class to the Timeleaf UI to the HTML screen. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll first go and start my IDE. Okay, so I have my IDE up and running, and let me just run this project first so that I just want you guys to be familiar what do we have currently on the screen and what we are going to see in this video. So let me just run this application. Okay, let me just go and update localhost. Okay, so here is our application and this is how it looks like, right? So what we are going to see in this video is we'll pass some data and we'll display those instructions, those details here on the home page of the application. Okay, so let's go to the IDE. It's here. Now what I'm going to do is first let me go and put some. Okay, let me go to the controller first. Let's see how to do it in Java. So as you guys know that in Spring or in Spring Boot, in Spring MVC, we have something called model attribute, and we need it whenever we need to deal with the data. Like if you want to pass some data from the from the screen or to the screen, you always need model attribute. Okay, and then here I'm going to set some attributes, add, and then the function is this one, model.add attribute here, and you can pass whatever you want. So for example, I'm just going to pass a string value, so I'll call it as param string because I'm going to pass a string value here, and I'll write here some instructions like okay, welcome. So basically, okay, I'll write here a message sending data to Timeleaf UI. Okay, and what else? We'll create one more model attribute, add attribute, and this time I'll take a slip. For example, I'll call it as index some number, man, I don't care about. So for example, SIN number here, and I'll give some value here 3103020, whatever it is. I don't care about the value, but I just want you guys to be familiar that yes, we can pass irrespective of the data type. You can even pass a string, you can even pass integer value, or like, so I'll give it name as param int. Okay, and you can pass even a boolean and whatever you want you can pass, so it does not matter. It's like not a big deal. You just choose the data type and then you just do it. Param, and then I'll go to the boolean, so I'll write here some value, say true. Okay, so this is the one part, and it's very basic thing. This is how do you set model attributes in Spring framework wherever you are using Spring or Spring MVC, Spring Boot. The process is exactly same. Now we need to go and make some change at the UI end because this time we are dealing with Timeleaf, and Timeleaf has its own syntax to follow. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let me just create a what do you call this, man? It's like a paragraph tag in HTML, and I'm passing th:\text equals to, I want param string to be displayed here. So basically the syntax is dollar, I mean just to evaluate the expression, and then inside the bracket you need to pass the variable name that you are expecting from your code, and I'll write here a string value. It's close, it's done, right? Again we have to do same thing for the other properties, th:\text, and what I'm passing here is I'm passing a param. This time the variable name is integer, and I'll write here int value. Okay, and then we need to do it one more time for th:\text equals to, need to do it one more time for boolean, param and boolean, and then let me just close this one. I'll type here boolean value. Okay, so if I have to revise, what we have done so far is we've initially went to the controller class, our Java class, and where we set three properties: string, integer, and boolean, and we have used something called th:\text. So this is like your label attribute in HTML. So whatever value you will pass, that will be rendered on the screen. Okay, so I think let me just go to this. Okay, let me just restart. I mean, I have to restart. It is not always required that you have to start, like you have to restart your IDE or your application. What you can do is you can always make use of, we have something called dev tools. So we'll talk about dev tools later on, and that makes your life easier. Like as a developer, if you are using dev tools, then you don't have to restart your application again and again just to see the changes. But like as we are in the very beginning, in the very initial phase, I do not want you guys to focus on something else. Okay, so we'll talk about dev tools later on in the coming videos, but as of now, this is how you do it. And I'm just going to restart my application, stop, and I'll just go and start my application as Spring Boot app. Okay, so the message you can see here started on port number 8080. I'll simply go and refresh. So you see the data is here, sending data to Thymeleaf, and because of the format. So let me just format it. Let me just format the values. So what I will do is I'll go back to the index values and I'll change these values to, do we have h3? Okay, I do have h3 tag, so I'll put as h3, and I have to put the closing of h3. I'll do same here as well, h3, because it should look good, right? h3, and then again I'll just go h3 slash h3. Okay, now I'm just going to restart the application one more time. Let's see if we see the changes on the UI. Okay, application started. Let me just refresh. So again, it's not looking that much good, that much great, but it's okay. So you guys, as you guys can see here, the data, like sending data to Thymeleaf UI. So this is the string value message. So like you can pass your instruction or any message, whatever you want to pass to the UI. Then you have like integer value, and then here's boolean. So this is how it works, man. So things are pretty much easy here. The thing which you need to keep in your mind is like you need to make use of model attribute, as like it's very common, and I believe that you guys know it. But the thing which you need to follow at the Thymeleaf end is that you just go and make use of th:\text is the attribute that you have to use, and here is the syntax, like expression, $sign, then curly braces, and inside that you have to put your variable name, whatever you have set in your Java code, and then you will see the output on the screen. So that's it for this video, guys. Please do subscribe my channel for more updates. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.